Hello guys, how is everyone doing? I hope everyone is fantastic. So, let me just check my YouTube chat if everything is alright. What's going on? Why am I so dark in here? What's wrong with that camera? Let me just quickly turn off the light. No. First of all, can you hear me? Alright. Let it be light. Alright. Now it's looking good. Doing well. Hope you also. Yes. We can hear you. Okay, hello everyone, and my chat is not for some stupid reason, I cannot see the chat in here, so I'm gonna open it. For some stupid reason, okay, I cannot see the chat in here, so now I have my chat. Perfect. I'm gonna open it. I need to figure out why am I so dark. For some stupid reason, okay, I cannot see the chat in here, so literally a few minutes ago, perfect. I was testing. I'm gonna open it. I need to figure out why am I so dark. For some stupid reason, okay, I cannot see the chat in here, so literally a few minutes ago, perfect. I was testing. I'm gonna open it. I need to figure out why am I so dark. For some stupid reason, okay, I cannot see the chat in here, so literally a few minutes ago, perfect. I was testing. I'm gonna open it. I need to figure out why am I so dark. Stupid reason. Okay, I cannot see the chat in here, so literally a few minutes ago, perfect. I was testing. I'm gonna open it. I need to figure out why am I so dark. Some stupid reason. Okay, I cannot see the chat in here, so literally a few minutes ago, perfect. I was testing. I'm gonna open it. I need to figure out why am I so dark. Some stupid reason. Okay, I cannot see the chat in here, so literally a Pringle lamp, perfect. I'm gonna open it. I need to figure out why am I so dark. Some stupid reason. Okay, I cannot see the chat in here, so literally a Pringle lamp, perfect. I need to figure out why am I so dark. Is it better now? Audio's messy, dude. How about now? I do apologize. Alright, oh yeah, because I let it run on the second screen on YouTube and I forgot to mute it, so that's why. Oh, okay guys, I do apologize for the early mess and for the fact that my face is dark right now. I literally have zero idea why this is it like it. But what is more important, do you see what's going on my table? Are my hands clear and everything? Because this is the most important thing. Because today we're gonna be building a diorama base. I'm gonna put my lovely headphones on my head, which are not gonna. Just a few seconds. Now I'm having troubles with my headphones. This is splendid. One issue after another. Alright. Is it working now? Now it seems like I cannot connect to my headphones, and for some reason the sound is coming out of my speaker, even though it's showing me that it should be from the headphones. Let me just try one more thing, if not. Anyway, I don't need them anyway. I hear the music well. Alright, so today we're gonna build a nice diorama base for this put this huge etting, and also for these creatures which I called like shrouds, which are a mix of mushroom and toad mutants. So these two will have two scenic 40mm bases. Then these four buggers are called crooklings. These are little troll demons, something like nurglings but more trollish. And we're gonna put them on a 50mm scenic base because I hate to base them separately on the 25mm basis. But the priority is to build a huge 100mm base for the etting. So that's what we're gonna do. By the way, cheers! I have my usual water with magnesium here. What is the chat saying? It's not playing ball for tonight. I literally have no idea why this is happening. Why the light on my face camera is so low. I don't know. And let me also read chat here. Hello guys from TikTok as well. And let's do the work, shall we? So the plan is for me today to teach you how to build this nice base. So we have a pile of 3D printed goodies here. So we have some stone slabs, we have a skulls there, we have a fingers. These are actually stone fingers, right? It's supposed to be like a hand statue coming out of from the ground. And all of these I've sculpted and printed. Then we have a huge chunks of cork bark, which we're gonna break, and then we have this pile of sand, small cork, different kinds of grit, and baking soda, right? Because we're gonna be needing that for the super glues. So these are just 3 super glues I have by hand, and here I have a whole shelf of them. I'm buying them in these packs of for €1, this 5-pack, and this is the most cost-efficient thing to buy, in my opinion. Now the idea is, this guy I already magnetized him, so he has a magnets on his feet. And the idea is to make a scenic base like this, right? Also, this is Jestro. I finally printed him. Guys, this is the general of my army, and he's on magnets. So the idea is to create a nice scenic base like this. So we're gonna manipulate with the cork. We're gonna build it. We're gonna add some resin pieces, some mushrooms. And what is most important, a lot of skulls. So pay our homage to our Lord and Savior Corn. That's how it should be. All right. So meanwhile, we're gonna start by cutting these cork pieces, and while we do that, I'm gonna heat up my hot glue apparatus. I should not, probably cannot say the other word, so it don't trigger any filters or I get banned maybe. You know what I mean. It's the hot glue. Right. I stole this from our kitchen. Hope my wife will not get mad. Because the logic is, as you can see, I have nice and lovely cutting mat underneath, right? It's black and it's new. So I don't want to damage it. So I bought this silicone base for making cakes, but I don't want to damage that. So I brought a cutting pad from a kitchen. That's the crafter's logic. These cutting mats are so nice, I never want to damage them. So let me have a sip of water. And let's start working. First we start by breaking these pieces to smaller one. Quick tip, always bake these cork barks when you buy them, because these are coming from exotic states, and already happened to me a couple of times that I found a nasty surprise in there. Spider eggs, living spiders, centipedes, nasty stuff. Always bake it. And also there's a lot of bacteria inside them, so you really don't want to mess with that. Alright, so let's first break into a few pieces. Hey dude, I read in one of your posts that you hate chicken. Why is that? Can you elaborate? Alright, story time. Some of you, or many of you may know, I despise, literally hate chicken as an animal. That's why I eat it so much. I like animals, I love animals in general, and for example, I try not to eat pork because I think pigs are intelligent. Anyway, I hate chickens. And the reason for that is when I was a little kid, I was spending my summertime with my grandma and grandma, her daughter, on a village, and she had a farm. So I was about like 7 years old when I was there, and first day of the vacation she introduced me to her livestock and animals, and she had a lot of chickens, and she introduced me to two particular very old chickens. Both chickens was, I don't remember quite the age, it was something like 13 or 14 years old, like ancient looking chickens, barely living. And she told me that these chickens are best friends, so they are like spending their life together since the birth, and they love each other. So as the vacation go, one day I was playing on a backyard, and there were these chickens, and one of those ancient looking chickens just slowly started to walk, and she suddenly fell, and it looked really bad for her. Probably her days were done, but she was not dead yet. She was just laying on the ground, barely breathing and still looking with the eye. And her supposed best friend slowly crawled up to her, and the scene first like looked really like touching, and I was thinking that her best friend is actually like pity for her, you know, and I thought that she's sorry. So she was standing over her supposed dying friend, and she look at her with this eye and start pecking on her and eating her alive. She pecked her eye out and start eating them. And since that very moment, I absolutely start to hate on chickens because those are really evil motherfuckers. So since that moment, I vowed to myself that I will eat every single chicken alive on this planet. So yeah, chickens are evil and stupid. All right, let's start building. It was a shock to me as a kid. I didn't really expect it that such thing can happen. Good evening, brother. Good evening. But you do like chicken meat, don't you? Yeah, of course. I feel like zero remorse for eating chicken. Zero. I will eat every single chicken alive. Alright, we start cutting by a few suitable pieces, and let's build it. This is gonna be just something like a giant piece of Lego. So we're gonna fish for a good cork pieces. I'm thinking, guys, that I will swap Friday streams for probably Saturday or Sunday. I need to do a poll. What is the better time for you guys? Because apparently Friday not many people can join us because they are either out or celebrating the start of the weekend. So we'll see. Alright, I quite like this big piece, so this will be the first piece to be glued on the base. And I want to show you something. Look at this hot glue gun. Do you see it? You know you're doing like a lot of terrain when your glue gun starts to turn itself on a terrain. So the terrain will slowly start building on it. By the way, these Parkside glue guns are the best. I'm using them for years. These cork pieces will be around. We're gonna glue them, and there will be like a huge cavity in the middle of this. And we're gonna fill it later on with like good old tin foil. What will be with? I cannot even read. What are we building tonight? We are building diorama bases, and we started with 100mm base for this black 18. So we will build a nice base, then we're gonna attach magnets, and yeah, then we build the next bases. Okay, this is a nice piece, so I will cut it. Alright, I dropped the knife. So I'll cut it so it take the glue properly. Yeah. I consider cork bark the best material for making realistic rocks. Pine bark is great too, but nothing tops cork bark. And it's not even expensive. I am buying these huge tubes from aquarium shops, or sorry, it's like a pet shop, and this whole tube costs like what, 15 euro, and it's gonna last me a long time. It's light, it's very easy to work with, and the texture is amazing. Okay, so I will glue this here. And we're gonna seal the gaps later with super glue and our resin pieces. Right, something like this. I will not use any modeling or like terrain paste for this project. Just good old super glue, because if you use a lot of super glue and baking soda, you're creating really durable piece of terrain. We are not using foam today, so we can be pretty generous with our super glue, because you cannot glue super glue to the foam because it's instantly gonna melt. I know that there is some kind of super glue which is foam friendly, but I didn't get a grip on it yet. I'm not sure if in my area it's even available. I'm buying these large like packs of super glue in my in these shops where everything is cheap. So as I said, it's €1 for 5 of these little tubes, and I'm buying them by literally dozens. Okay, so we're gonna fill the cavity now. When can we expect something on the lifting channel? Brother, on the 15th day of this month, I will invest to another batch of technique and camera equipment, so you can expect first videos hopefully by the end of the month. And by the way, the channel already exists. I made it. It's called Artifex Maho Lifts. So if you be so kind, I would really appreciate if you go there and subscribe. I haven't posted anything there yet. Actually, it's not even a new channel. It was my previous YouTube channel, which I had like years ago. But back then I didn't like know how to shoot properly, so those videos were horrible, and my English wasn't good as well back then, so I just hide all those videos and basically made this channel inactive. So we are just filling this cavity with our tin foil, and we can start building. We can start building on that. I really enjoy doing this. This is very therapeutic because it resembles building a Lego. There is no right or wrong answer. You can do whatever you want. As you know, as you see, I'm still gluing the pieces there. And once we build our main foundation with the rocks, then we're gonna use these little bricks and other pieces of resin, our resin accessories, and we're gonna decorate it really nicely. Let me just open this, and maybe we can start fishing for proper pieces, proper smaller pieces. You might be asking, how is the lava set going? And I have to say, pretty well. Today I finished building it, so tomorrow, or probably it will take me whole day, I will be sculpting lava by applying sculptor mold. And Wednesday, half day, I will be priming it, so at the evening stream, at the Wednesday evening stream, we're gonna be painting more of the lava set. And probably you didn't see what I've done, but I made a huge centerpiece, huge round centerpiece with the spikes, with the metal spikes which we sculpted, and this statue in the middle, and there are like stairs. It's just a huge shrine of chaos, and it's looking amazing. Right. What is up? Oh, somebody, I can't wait for it. Thank you again. Good night, my guy. Iron in. Thank you very much, brother. Iron within, iron without. That's gonna be our motto on a lifting channel. God, I love Iron Warriors so much. They are amazing. I'm in a search for a good Warhammer fantasy book right now, because yesterday I finished Conrad trilogy, and right now I'm looking for another good piece of Warhammer fantasy books. So you can recommend me something. What do you say, guys? Evening chicken. Zdravím ťa, môj, dobrá práca. Čau, bratku. Let me just see what the TikTok is saying. Thank you very much, guys, on TikTok for sending me gifts and good praises. I apologize, but my chat on the Streamlabs malfunctioned, so I have to switch manually between you and YouTube to answer your answer your questions, I do recommend you to go and watch me on the YouTube channel, which is Artifex Maho, because I mainly see the chat there. So, but anyway, I will be switching for those who cannot make it. Hope the screen is nice and you can see everything. Okay, this is what we have so far. It looks like a giant blob of bark, which this is exactly that. For now, however, soon it will start resembling actual rocks. So let me, still using glue gun for gluing these pieces, and soon we will switch to the super glue. Alright, something like this. And we're gonna be gluing this string. Okay, let me see how is this going. So we're gonna now figure out a proper layout for our giant to stand on. And he's magnetized, so I will not glue into the base, but I will glue the magnets, which I have right here. And I love to magnetize everything, so if you see this, I prefer to have everything magnetized so it's changeable, because maybe later I will change my mind and do square bases for my models. So it's nice to have them with ability to change. And let me see if I have. Oh, there it is. I was in search for the drill because we will be drilling holes today, and I almost panicked because I thought I took it to my bigger studio, but no, it's right there. All right, we can see now that it starts to look good. This guy, this plagued Etin, has quite a large feet, so we'll need to level his the ground there for his feet to stand on. And for that, I'm gonna break more of our bark piece. And this is where your physical strength is coming handy, because you can break bark more easily. And now you know what I will do. Let's keep this as it is and start to glue the small grit sand and other pieces and seal the large gaps. And I will level his feet with these tiny bricks which I've sculpted. Guys, all of these items, all of these 3D printed items which I will be using right now will be available on my Patreon for the on the lowest tier, which is $1. So you can download all these STLs and print it on your own, and everything is pre-supported. So skulls, all these little bricks, this pile of skulls, these fingers, mushrooms, everything. It's just a basing pack, and it's gonna be there tomorrow. Tomorrow evening I will have a goodbye dinner with my former colleagues from IBM, because on Friday I quit, and for me it was quite emotional, I have to say. I tried to not be a sentiment guy, but I had really amazing colleagues. I love them to death. Hasn't been for them, I would quit the job like many years ago. But I literally, my job was like a school. You know, remember, like looking forward to school because you have friends there, and every day we are like goofing around, and it was amazing. So certainly I'm gonna miss that. However, this was necessary because making terrain, sculpting miniatures, painting miniatures, and showing this everything to you is my life, what you call it? It's my life purpose. And it was just a question of time, or it was just a matter of time when I will be actually doing this leap of faith and going full time. And now it's the time. What would really come in handy is to find a good video editor, because with that I really suck. This is like a super new to me. I'm learning how to edit these long format videos for probably like 6 months, and it's a lot of work. So huge respect for those guys who knows how to do that, because for me it's really tedious. What is the chat saying? Maho, my iron inspiration. Thank you very much, brother. I think I'll try building something for my hopefully future Skaven army. Maybe the Dark God give me strength on this one. Yeah, brother. No worries. You will enjoy that. By the way, next set after the lava, there will be 2 which I'm building right now for the 40k. So 2 hive cities. One will be Iron Warriors themed, but I will not show you that because it's in the sculpting stage and designing stage at the moment, and the other one is still building. But when it comes to fantasy, after lava, we are building Skaven set and huge Skaven monster as a part of this set. So we're gonna be making huge Skaven abomination, something this world has not yet seen, and it's gonna be awesome. And I will be doing that on stream, so we're gonna cook it together as we did with the troll. By the way, the troll is almost finished. I did some changes. I improve him, and I think few hours left, and he's ready for painting. Okay, what is the chat saying? Greetings from Chile. Oh, hello, brother. Thanks for inspiring me to do more cool bases with foam and other things. You rock, man. Thank you very much, brother. I really appreciate it. Good evening, peeps. I'll put out feelers for you. Thank you, brother. If you're struggling with an editor, I think you might like this thing called Pixel Chat. It helps us translate what you're saying live and pre-recorded into subtitles. Oh, well, thank you very much, brother. I will check it out. I would need even more of that. I need someone who grabs 60 hours worth of footage, because as you know, building these huge terrains, it never can be done on one table. I have another studio which I'm building this heavy duty stuff, which I'm casting from plaster. I'm cutting foam with I have 3D printers there and everything, and it's like a lot of steps to cover, so the footage is as long as the building of the set and putting together everything. It's kind of difficult, I could say. Hey, lifting PR yesterday isn't overall impressive, but I'm proud. Well, I'm glad for you, brother. Lifting PRs in the gym is amazing. It's the best feeling, one of the best feelings in the world. So, congratulations. I hope you're proud, because I am proud of you, my brother. Dobre. Alright, so, we're gonna keep our glue gun on steady right now, and let's go and start firing with our super glue. I think I may know some AI assisted editing software. It would help to lighten the workload on anything. I'll see if I can remember it. Yeah, well, thank you very much, brother. I would greatly appreciate if you send me a link for it. I know a few, like Opus AI, which is like cutting eclipse and stuff like that. But it's the pricing. It can get kind of expensive, because they have like for, I think it was €9 a month, which is not that expensive, but it's only 150 minutes of the footage. Then you have to like buy it again, and Then they have like 140 euro pack, which is 3060 minutes, which is better, but still not gonna cover for the 60 hours of footage which I have on one project, just one project, right? All right, I applied the sand and grit on it, and now I'm gonna drink my beloved magnesium water and start gluing it down. It clamped and heart built on today and feel that. Nice, brother. I'm not quite fan of Tren. I tried Tren when I was like 19 and stupid, young and stupid. I tried it once, and it's a pure horror story, which I will tell you one day. And it was just really one time, and I will never, I swear to myself, I never touch again. Leave that shit to the kettle. This stuff was designed for the kettle and not for humans. I'm proud I fell into a bad depression and got back up to 150 pounds. Yeah, this is something which I always love to hear, that guys who got better by lifting weights or crafting. Always makes my heart proud. Alright, we are applying the sand still and slowly applying the super glue, and immediately I am applying baking soda. Now, one safety advice: if you applying just a super glue or CA glue, cyanoacetate glue, and then immediately apply baking soda without further increasing temperature a lot, you should be more or less safe. However, if you do this and, for example, starts baking it in the oven, like for example when you're hand sculpting, which I did in the past, I later found out that it actually triggering a chemical reaction, and you are creating a cyanide, which is like a really, really toxic and nasty stuff. So don't do that. And you will know that you're creating cyanide because it all turns like darkish brown, almost black. And that is not fun. So we are covering the top with the sand and immediately gluing that. Oh, and I forgot to tell you that I already wasted one full pack of super glue. So these things are getting spent very, very fast. Very, very fast. How many people are here? Oh, sorry, my God. It smells like almost. But if you just super glue and you maintain safety distance, because you can just a super glue is creating these invisible vapors which can burn your eyes. Actually, if you do it a lot and look closer, it can burn your eyes, and this is not nice. If you know Luke from Geek Gaming Scenics, he had one video about it where he was showing his face after he overdone it, and his eyes were all puffy. So what I do, you could not protect yourself with the glasses, as far as I know. It won't help you with the vapors. But what is helping me is just to lean back, because the vapors are going up and they're not going to the sides. Now, if there's any chemist here, don't like hold to my words, because I might be talking from my arse. I'm not chemist, but I'm speaking from my own experience. But what I know certainly that the gloves won't help you in this case. because the vapors are coming through the bottoms of the what is it called? Of the glasses. And if I start talking funny or I'll start becoming a giggly, you would know that this shit is working. Gorilla glue gel is great for solid connection. It's usually to hold the limb together. Yeah, but it's a polyurethane glue, if I'm not mistaken. And for now, we are aiming for a quick, strong bond because these holes, these gaps which we are filling, need to be sealed quickly. That's why we're using baking soda after it. Because I like the fact that this base is partially hollow inside, and that is good advantage when it comes to weight. I am not a fan of heavy models. If you remember, for the hobby dinosaurs like me, I got a grip for a couple of metal models, and I absolutely despise metal miniatures. And yeah. This is terrible. If you remember, the company Avatars of War, by the way, awesome company. To this day, they make awesome miniatures, and they make this fat Goblin King, and his name was something Toad Gobbler. I remember it, and they were making it in metal. I remember I dropped this motherfucker. It fell on my thumb and made my thumb on the leg blue. Because it was a heavy miniature. Si pánko, že po tom dnešnom tréningu rok zvládne ešte takúto precíznu robotku. Yeah, my gym buddy is here and he's telling me that I'm actually it's admirable because like two hours ago we were training arms and today was a heavy arm workout that I can hold my hand still and do this. This is okay, brother. However, if I had to like paint the fine details with, for example, eyes, maybe my arms would be shaky. Certainly, I do not recommend it. And since I'm not working in IBM anymore, so my regime can be adjusted to my needs without the limits, except the taking kids from kindergarten/school. I'm thinking I will change my schedule like pretty drastically. It means that most probably majority of the workouts I will be having afternoon, like 30 minutes after lunch or maybe 40 minutes after lunch, and then I'll be having a nap because I am getting tired, guys. I'm waking up every day at like 6:30, and I'm basically standing all day, and I'm starting to getting tired. So I'm thinking I will take a nap. I will start taking naps afternoon, so I'm fresh for the evening streams. All right, so. This is fourth tube of super glue already, and let me just move them away. Alright, let my eyes rest for a bit and let's read the chat. Hello everyone on TikTok, how is everyone doing? I hope everyone is great. Hello from Greece, big fella. Hello brother, I found you out through a clump foliage, we can hear. Yeah, great. I'm thinking about learning Blender to sculpt. Yeah, go for it, brother. If there will be enough interest, I might do like Blender beginner guy, and I'm gonna guide you through that. Now, I'm not a pro in Blender by no means, but I've sculpted like 100 miniatures, more than hundreds of miniatures there. So I think I can teach you a few things, and I can teach you from a point of the person who is already also painting these models. So I can teach you how to design a miniature, how to sculpt a miniature, or when it comes when paintings comes into consideration, which is important. I was rambling about it last stream, if you remember. For those who wasn't here, I was rambling about quality of sculpts of some pro sculptors, and I was basically bitching about the fact that majority of the people what I observed, they are making sculpts like too smooth. So only people who are benefiting from the smooth sculpts are pro painters. And who is pro painter? Certainly not 99% of the population. I am not considering pro painter when it comes to like in my eyes pro painter is someone who like is really mastering the art of painting miniatures. There may be like max 100 people or 200 people on this planet who can do that, who are considered pros in painting miniatures. And yeah, those are the only people who are benefiting because they can like do really nice wet blending, they are doing non-metallic metals. But for the rest of us, we prefer textured models, so we can rely on washes and contrast paints and dry brushing. So yeah, that's about it. Okay, what is the YouTube chat saying? Back to YouTube. You careful with the fan, my health. This press a bit for me. Yeah, I have like the air cleaner in my room, so this is already secured. Wouldn't smooth metal minis also be hard to prime? Yeah, metal is pain in the ass for everything when it comes to miniature painting. There is no process that you can that can secure your paint not to chip away after some time, so it's nasty. The best miniatures for painting are the 3D printed ones, and this is for the simple reason of the fact that it's still, even with the top quality printers these days, they are still having these microscopic striations which are actually greatly helping absorbing the paint and holding the paint really good. It has like this almost like a comb like textures, and they're lovely to paint. Resin miniatures are the best. 3D printed resin miniatures are the best. That by all means, by far. They are durable. Depends on how much you curing them. It later defines the toughness of your sculpt. And what I'm doing, big models like this, which are printed hollow, I'm curing them for more than like 8 minutes, because there is still residual resin which is inside and it needs to be dried and like pull out. However, for models like our beloved Jestro, look at that guy, he's beautiful. It's beautiful. I'm curing them for no more than 3 minutes. And this means, why am I doing that, you might ask? I'm doing that because this model is not brittle and it's still kinda not bendy, but when it accidentally fell on the ground, it will withstand the damage. Now in that case, of course, plastic models are better. However, plastic models have not paint absorbing qualities such as 3D printed have. So in my eyes, 3D printed models win every single time. And I still don't understand why Games Workshop refused to switch to 3D printed model, and they are still releasing the plastic models. I never understood why in this day and age there are still plastic sprues which you need to cut models and build them. It's terrible. I hate building models. It's absolute, in my eyes, it's absolute waste of time. Now, of course, I am looking at this from a professional point of view, that means that, for example, I have a huge commission for Necrons, which I'm working already for a couple of months, and majority of the time I'm just gluing and building these little buggers, because it's pain in the ass. They are fiddly, you have to follow the guide, which is absolutely hideous, and all it does is causing me a hard time. So what we're doing now, besides me ranting about plastic sprues, I'm still sealing the gaps. So we have the top, we have the top, we have the sides, and we have a chat saying something. Let me just quickly. Hey Artifex Maho, how is it going? Everything is alright, brother. I have a great time. I'm doing what I love with the people I love, so this couldn't be any better. Yeah, kid bashing is fun. This is something else, because you are running your imagination, but following a guide on how to build a model, don't like. Me no like, especially when I know that I can sculpt that model in Blender and print it whole. That drives me nuts. And we wasted another tube of super glue. So it's already more than €1 worth of super glue wasted, but it's not wasted, it's used, it's well used. Because what we're gonna have is super durable base, which once painted, it's gonna look absolutely great. Curing is something you do for resin where you... Yeah, okay, thank you for explaining. Where are we? A friend of mine has Necrons, and he also says that the new kids are paying in AI to build. Yeah, it's terrible. I can do some on stream if you want. I have still plenty of them to build. Painting, lovely. I love painting Necrons. They look absolutely amazing. But building them, no. No, thank you. And you know why they're doing it? This is just me talking out of my arse. I'm thinking that Games Workshop is doing this complicated building, like this spruce and this complicated building system as some sort of coping or excuse for their insane pricing politics. So I think they're kind of ashamed to just sell expensive model already built, so they have to like you know, hide it in this wrap of like, oh, you're gonna build your own model and stuff like that is like important part of the building. And for some people, yes, I have nothing against it. I have absolutely nothing against it, but I would appreciate if they have an option that the models are already pre-built, which in this day and age, or with this technology we have, shouldn't be a slightless problems. One machine will go brrr and will produce like literally hundreds of these models overnight. Yeah. Alright, still sealing the gaps, and soon we have it all sealed, and then we're gonna start applying our resin pieces. Skulls, bricks, more skulls, more bricks, more skulls, and then a mushroom here and there, because this is gonna be a swamp slash rocky base. And another another tube of super glue gone. So let's open another. What is my dear chat saying? My girlfriend buy a Necron Patrol. It look horrible to build, so thin and all over the place to assemble. Yeah. This is exactly what I'm talking about. The specific build, this Necron Patrol, where's this giant robot, the leader, 10 Necrons, and this Canoptech Destroyer, or whatever the name is. Yeah, so insanely expensive, and most of the times you're just gonna build it. You can paint it. I can paint it 5 times faster than actually build it, and I'm not even joking, guys. So, do you guys think that the Games Workshop will slowly switch to the 3D printing model? What I mean by that they will stop selling physical models, or they will be printing on demand, and they will be selling STLs. What do you think? I think that yes, once the technology of encrypting the STL models will be possible. What I mean by that is that the further distribution of the models will not be possible. So it's gonna be some kind of like a password secured or something like that. Think of something like a video game. So if you want to own that model, you will have to like enter some key or something. I'm not sure if that is quite possible yet, but it would make sense for them to switch to these modus operandi. Because I think plastic models are done. Like well, yeah, they are done, definitely, and all of their prototype models, they are 3D sculpted and 3D printed. So all the masters, the very first models were printed, and then they will break them down and recast them to plastic and stuff. So yeah, printing on demand sounds interesting, but still buying that doesn't sound too reliable. Yeah, they need to. As I said, they need to figure out the way how the model redistribution would not be possible. Once they secure the uniqueness of the model you built, meaning that you can only print it on your machine, or only you can print it as the owner of the machine, I think they would accept that. Because as every huge money-grabbing corporate, it's all about money. It started with good intentions all those years ago, and now, same as all other companies such as Blizzard, or Blizzard doesn't even exist. Yeah, but you know what I'm talking about. Money corrupts all. I wish there would be like a new age of games that will come, that again people will have like a quality in mind, and they will not be dictated by financial department. It's gonna be awesome. I hope we live to see this, because I'm sad for my kids that they will not see the age of like great games. It's not like what we did. Like, I will say it again, I remember when Warcraft 3 came out. It was a miracle. It was the best game. To this day, is the best game ever come. For the 2002, I think, when Warcraft 3 came out. It's bloody amazing. We were flabbergasted when we saw it for the first time, when we played it. And then when World of Warcraft came, same effect. Awesome game, awesome quality game, made by people who actually cared, made by true gamers. Now corrupted by the power of greed. Am I right, or am I just talking out of my arse? Tell me, guys. Tell me. Meanwhile, I'll open like 10th super glue. Maybe it started already working, so I'm rambling. So the fumes got better on me. Alright, what is the chat saying? For them, at least print on themselves. I think Games Workshop will try to keep a forge world allowed, but eventually they'll look into selling out files. But using some weird software tied to account, then you can buy licenses per use. Yeah, I kind of agree. Like I say, I print on device and then slice. Yeah, if you print at home, I don't think they can avoid people easily making fakes. There have been a lot of games recently that were quality focused rather than money. Helldivers 2, Little Company, Palworld. Yeah, but those games already like died out. Like Palworld is dead. It's like what, 1,000 people played right now, and it was again good, but then like no multiplayer, no like proper endgame content. And Helldivers seems promising, but it's still not like the effect is still not striking as it was when it was back then. And I'm not talking out of nostalgia, guys. I'm like objectively comparing to the quality of the game. Think of just Warcraft 3. They have like almost 100 voice actors for it, and there are literal like artists which hand-drawn the textures. It's baffling. I don't think any companies. Hello champ, you show us full set of time with painted models on it ready to play in your future? Yeah, of course. Once I'm done with the lava set, actually I have deadline this week, so it has to be done this week. So yeah, all set reveal will be in place, no worry. I don't think gaming companies are ruined, it's just the stock market listed companies that need to shill for the shell. Yeah, well, I know that there are people who care. I just wish these people would get more freedom and more power to do so. I know for a fact that there are people who care and who amazing artists who wants to work on a new games. Heck, my dream is to be part of a huge video game where my lore characters will be as a part. So once there will be like an offer, if some miracle game-saving guy will come to me and say, hey, hop in, we are making the best game ever, and we're gonna listen what the fan base wants, I'm immediately in. I'm immediately in. But there are not days over, or how to say it, so there may be a day where you will notice that I'm working on a game, and I hope that day will come, and where can two worlds collide. Alright, what is my beloved chat saying? Let's get big enough, the only thing that matters is the paycheck. Yeah, but not all people are like that. They are ruined, we see it everywhere. It's more focused on cash grabbing rather than our enjoyment. Yeah, that's true. I actually agree with this. And what I said now that everything is focused on controversy. So more controversial shit you do, the better the attention is. And I think the Helldivers, which they have this controversy about like going double accounts and stuff like that, I think that was intentional, because they know these people are real psychologists and real marketing experts, so they know how to do. They know what they're doing. They're not stupid, and this is the sad thing about it. Because if they were stupid, all right, they're not doing with the best intentions, but these people deliberately know what they're doing. So everything it has to be controversial, and this is what is like insane. Please don't talk about remake. This era is so bad in games or movie. Yeah, well, once you had the good stuff, they're also trying to remake to make it better. It's stupid. For AAA there was Baldur's Gate 3, Diablo 4, I think that's really it, but I have hopes for the Valve's new game. I heard very good praises for Baldur's Gate, so I'll have to look into it. And also Elden Ring was good, but this is the sad thing that only like it's a rare when good game comes out. Back then, in my days, it was like good game after another. Don't worry, Maho. When I get better at making games, I'll make the best games you ever seen. I hope. I take you on your word, brother. This is what I don't get about like the world, because I mentioned it earlier that I'm like really like anti-materialistic. I don't give a flying fuck about money. The only reason why I'm trying to like make more money and to improve in this sphere is that I'm trying to support my family, and I'm trying to build a good future for my wife and well, my wife can take care of herself, of course, but for my kids, you know, I'm not like coming from a wealthy family. My wife neither, so this is kind of like a need to, it will sound weird, but to build empire, to build legacy. But I'm not like looking at it from the money perspective. And, so there has to be like more people thinking likewise. But so far what we see is only the cash grab. And with movies it's the same. I was talking about it before. The last good movie probably I've seen was maybe Avatar 2. That one was good. And many people will hate me on this, but I didn't like Dune 2. I think it was too soft. But I'm spoiled from Warhammer. This is the thing, that I'm like used to that brutality and misery, that when I suddenly have a franchise with like a positive main character, it seems like a soft to me. Yeah, quadruple A is a joke. Quadruple A, what it's even like, I know triple A, but there is already a quadruple. What are those? Like, let me guess, they will cost like €150 or $150 for a piece. Am I right? Dune books are a lot less soft, I've heard, but they need to adapt it to a larger audience. I won't lie, I started to listen some time ago to Dune audiobook, but I don't enjoy the way it's written. It's written in this like a narrator perspective, and to me it's weird. I'm not used to that. But back to my question, guys, what is the good? I want to stick with Warhammer. I've flown through many sci-fi and fantasy universes throughout my life, but I settled my heart in Warhammer, both 40k and fantasy, and right now I want to dive into another great Warhammer fantasy book series. So far I've read Gotrek and Felix, all of them, actually twice. I've read Black Hearts, I've read Saga of Kurt Sutenwolf. This is amazing, that was amazing. All of them very old books. And yesterday I finished Konrad Saga. And right now I'm in search for a good Warhammer fantasy book. Anyway, to explain, I am slowly laying bricks on top of this base. Quadruple A will require 150 pre-order and a 50 subscription every time you pay. Is that true? Really? Are that fucking nuts? 150 and... I mean, it's a joke. That has to be like... like paying that much money for it. You know what? I would pay if the game has the quality of that. I don't care. I would pay €200 for that. But I hardly doubt that the quality is getting near the price that they are asking. What material do you use for building the structures and all that? This particular base we are building is made out of cork, and we seal the gaps with super glue and small cork. And right now we are building the resin bricks on top of it. So this big lovely fella will be standing on top. So yes, this is a good layout. Good, look guys. Let me just mark it down so I know where to drill a hole. right here. So we will be drilling a hole once it's dry, and okay, let's build more bricks. The good news is that we know where the giant will stand. Looking good, bro. Thank you, brother. How to acquire the game. Yeah, that's a good point that you actually brought, that the fact that piracy still exists is because the games are unaffordable, because people will pay a reasonable amount of money for a good game. But piracy is still here, and that means that the people are wanted to say something. They mean something by that. So you're gonna drill to put magnet in it? Yes, 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 that's right. I just need to wait a couple of... well, it will be done at the end. I need to make sure everything is dried. I love how pirate software handled piracy. How? Tell me, I don't know about this. Piracy will outlive us all. Yeah, but it's... Listen. For example, audiobooks. What I do, I acquire an audiobook and start listening to it. And once I fell in love with that audiobook, which is happening quite often, I go to Audible and buy it. So my point is that once it's fair, we have no problem of purchasing it. And once I don't like the book, I'll stop listening to it. Same with resin printers. I started VH 40K in 8th edition, but now that boxes are so expensive and I'm in a third artist by trade anyway, I bought a resin printer and now I just print my themes. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And what the 3D printer is offering is way better, in my humble opinion. Don't take me on my words. What do I know? But in my opinion, what some amateur artists are producing is oftentimes way better than what the workshop is producing. And yeah, I know they have this IP, it's theirs, and they created it, and we are forever grateful for that. However, the creativity cannot be stopped. And what the 3D printers are offering is the better model building experience than like cutting it from the plastic sprues and gluing them. By far, by far. Am I right? What is the chat saying? Price this game per region, right? Pirate Software price his game per region. Oh, well, that's a good idea, but Blizzard did the same with World of Warcraft. I know for a fact that the Russians pay like half for a World of Warcraft subscription and everything. So what we used to do back in my days, we used to make ourselves online as Russians and bought all the like games there and paid subscription from Russians, and later when they found out, they tried to block us. But what we did, we started saying that we are Russian students studying in Europe universities. They allowed us for a while, and then they banned it altogether. But I agree that price based on region is a good is a good thing. Yo Artifex, I wanted to drop a quick comment as you are live right now. I found your channel through the funny shorts you've made about making terrain. I'm going to pick up some form as well and try the rolling technique. Thanks and looking forward to more stuff. Thank you very much, brother. I'm really glad that you are here, and I'm really glad that all of you guys are here, and I really enjoy these streams. We are slowly building an amazing community, and I hope this will grow to huge proportions, because I love doing this. I also hope my YouTube channel will grow. So far the most traffic I get, like my homie here said, from the shorts, because right now apparently YouTube algorithm is pushing shorts more and more and putting like regular videos on behind. I love the creative of the peeps online. A friend of mine wanted to pirate orcs. There are literal armies for that already. I don't know if there are official ones, but I love the Landscape Pirate Board. Yeah, that's I saw the pirate army. I think Alien Lab. No, what is the name of the guys? Forgot the name, but I know what you're talking about, and those models are amazing. What were those book series you mentioned? I'm needing some new series to read. So, Gotrek and Felix, the best one by far. Then I've read Saga of Kurt Sutenwolf. This is really like ancient Warhammer Fantasy books. It's basically, I think, 200 years before the birth of Karl Franz. So these books are from the ages when empires were divided, and it's the saga about Kurt Sutenwolf, which by Kurgans they called him Sutemjare, which means like a southern pup, and it's the saga about former Osterknecht and his path of glory to demonhood, and later on he became like the demon prince of Chaos Undivided, and those are great series. And then I read Black Hearts. This, on the other hand, is 3 books about, I would say, criminals that they are doing dirty work for one count. Also amazing. And yesterday I finished Saga of Konrad, which is like a mercenary, and those were amazing. I really love Warhammer World. No! I obscured the... Fuck. Shit. Okay. Oh, I by accident obscured the place where the food should be. Never mind. We're gonna scrape it later. Okay. Quick checkpoint. Guys, look what we built so far. You see, do you hear this? Wait. It's hollow and there's like a sand trap inside, so it will rattle forever. That's pleasant. All right, let's put our homie here. Something like this. Oppa! That was not intentional. Did he break? One bell flew away. Whatever. Oppa. Here. Right, and we're gonna... Right now we will start building here. So I'll put a few bricks. Guys, tomorrow on my Patreon in $1 tier, for just $1 you will have all these free, all these models available for you to download and print on your own. So there will be bricks, skulls, mushrooms, piles of skulls, and these fingers. So make sure you will grab it. It's good stuff. What is the chat saying? Maho, who is your favorite Primarch? My favorite Primarch is Perturabo. I can mentally relate to him. We had a similar psyche, and I love his legion. of course, I don't agree with everything he did, especially the decimation which he brought upon his legion. It was kinda not deserved, because Iron Warriors were also always like hardest working fellas in there, and they, whatever they were asked to do, they did with a stoic will. And I approach my training and my life like an Iron Warrior. That's why I get their insignia tattooed on my neck, because I am iron within and iron without. So yeah, Berti is my favorite Primarch. I kinda enjoy also Angron, but I totally do not agree with anything he done. But I enjoy reading about him because he's like all about the rage. And he is relatable a little bit, because everything what he do is because he's butcher nails. So he's like constantly angry, not by his choice. But where are we? What's your favorite one? Sounds great. Now to track them down, the search begins. Yeah, good luck, buddy, and enjoy. Those books are amazing. Make sure to uncheck notify my subs when you upload shorts. If it's checked, it will go to a lot of inactive accounts which hold back the algorithm. If unchecked, it sends it only to active accounts. Well, that's a great tip. Thank you very much, buddy. Since this account is new, I don't think I have inactive accounts, but I will do that. Thank you. More glue for the foot. Yes, definitely. Fulgrim. Yeah, Fulgrim is this snake. Thanks to Fulgrim, Berti is gravely wounded. And I like the theory that he never ascended, and he just built this better armor for himself, so some kind of life support. Whoa, can't fall over. Also, I was short with the mountain of foam, and you with the utility knife. You need a giant one for the life-size diorama. Yeah, Iron Within. Yeah, brother, Iron Within. Betrayer is a very cool book. Poor Angron, he just can't catch a break. Yeah, that's true. And listen, when it comes to Angron, try to get into his shoes. Like his father, which is Corpse Emperor, just teleported him away from his last stand in this gladiator pit, where he was supposed to fight and die with his comrades, and he just disappeared. So imagine he's living to this day with the notion that everyone was thinking that he ran away and he let them to die. And this is a terrible thing to live with. A shame, a guilt, and a rage. I can relate to that. So he has his reason why he's hating his father. And I think, and for the record, Emperor is and was a piece of shit. Because he treated everyone like pawns in his great scheme. And oftentimes Chaos guys are more relatable. Betray is very poor. Betray is the next on the list. I'll have to finish Lord of Silence, first great book for Nurgle brother. Which one is it? Lord of Silence? I'm screenshotting this, just a sec. And I will save. Alright. I will check that. I love reading about Nurgle. Yesterday I've watched the episode of the series which is on Warhammer Plus, which is like a bolter. Something about the bolter. I cannot quite remember that because it's too late for my brain to work properly. Hammer and the Bolter, that is. And I watched Plague Song. It was amazing. I'm fascinated by Nurgle. I have this morbid curiosity about Macabre, and Nurgle is my everlasting source of curiosity. Alright, now it's time for gluing skulls. If I have them here. And these skulls, which you will hopefully download tomorrow from my $1 Patreon, are pre-supported. And you can just put them on your slicer and they are ready to be printed. And these are, I don't want to brag, but these are better than Games Workshop ones, and I will show them when I will take a picture of them, or I have some pictures on my Instagram. I've sculpted them deliberately in more detail. So each one of those skulls have like cracks on their heads and more details. So they can, if you want, you can print them in different sizes, even a big one. So every single one of these little teeny tiny skulls can be printed in life size. I kid you not. I've sculpted them in really great detail. So yeah, take that, Games Workshop. Mortarion Ale. Yeah, Mortarion is good. I love Morty. Also, kinda relatable. By the way, do you know what were these necromancers which Mortarion had to deal with? What race of creatures were they? Because apparently they were some kind of like a tall Xenos, way taller than human. And that lore was quite interesting. No spoil, but they'll talk a lot about the disease and how they live with it. That's pretty cool. Skulls for basing is very handy. I'll give it a look. I still need to base around 14, 16 years. Yeah, basically you will have like an infinite source of skulls for €1. It's like, it's nothing. Been meaning to read more Warhammer books. Been reading too much manga and light novels lately. Yeah, it's time to delve into the world of despair. Guys, if you have a really strong stomach, read like a sequel to The Storm of Iron, and read the book about Demon Kulaba, and research the Demon Kulaba if you want. This is stuff from not for faint of heart. Whoever came up with that lore, I would check his basement just to be sure, because that guy had quite fantasy for such things. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, Demon Kulaba is the world. It's a chaos world, which is like used for procreating, for creating the Chaos Marines. And there's a quite interesting passage about vividly describing how the Chaos Marine is born, and he's born from an adult woman, and this Chaos Marine is born adult. So these women, these poor women in these books, are giving birth to like more than 2.5 meters tall buff dudes without the skin. And later the skin needs to be like sewn upon them because they are born skinless. It's pretty graphic. Anyway, I'm gluing the skulls. Right. I love this stream. This is so much chill. Been meaning to read more Warhammer books. Been reading too much. But I read that already. I've read that, and I'm planning use it in Cal for Cthulhu campaign. Yeah, Lovecraft has also amazing lore. Glad you touched it, brother. H.P. Lovecraft was amazing author. What he created, and I really like his approach, because what he did, he made this open source mythos, which means that he was not greedy, and he secured that his creation, the old gods, can and will be part of every single sci-fi and fantasy. And he by accident or deliberately created some kind of acknowledged gods. So in every, like, not in every, but in a lot of fantasy and sci-fi franchises, old gods are present. They go by the different names, but the concept is kind of the same. Even in the Lord of the Rings, if you remember the Watchers in the Deep, and even deeper in the depths of Moria, in the very, very low levels, there are these creatures called nameless ones, I guess. And this is some... No, actually this doesn't make sense, because Lovecraft was after the Tolkien. Lovecraft was after Tolkien, no? Let me think about it. I need to Google that. But anyway, for example, in World of Warcraft universe, there are these like faceless guys like Khatoon and all these like race of these old gods creations. So it's basically inspired from H.P. Lovecraft, and also many Warhammer creation, like especially Tzeentch demons are inspired a lot by H.P. Lovecraft, and both by design and by the attributes. The dwell beneath the earth. Yeah, that's. But now I need to figure out. I need to Google it. Who died first, if Tolkien or Lovecraft? Oh, just a sec. Oh, he died 1973. Lovecraft death. Yeah, okay, I was right. So Lovecraft died 1937 and Tolkien 1981. If I'm not mistaken, let me double check again. Yeah, 1973 died Tolkien. So yeah, I was right. So Tolkien was these nameless things are supposed to be like inspired by Lovecraft. Soul metal way to give birth to be born without skin. Yeah, so you read all this and then you watch Dune, and suddenly it gets too soft. And I also love Game of Thrones. This is amazing. This is probably most watched series by me. Among everything I did, I ever saw. So take this. I watched Game of Thrones every time after the new seasons come out. So I watch it at least 8 times, like the whole series. And for the record, I still think it's the best movie series ever made. Best, yeah. It was so good. Do you like Game of Thrones, guys? Tell me. Now I understand why you find Dune soft. Yeah, well, it's when you read that, Dune will be like really, really soft. Okay, look. Now it's good. Now it's looking. Wait. Now it's looking really good. I think we have the bricks. Now we have the skulls. A lot of skulls, as it should be. And for it to be a proper... Let me just unplug the hot glue gun, because my electricity bill will be... will be huge. I forgot to unplug it. Just a sec, guys. Oh, let me just put it there. I'll have a sip. Alright, so let's continue. let's continue. And these bricks, I don't know if you see it, but they're sculpting in detail, very detailed. They're all cracked, and each of them has a different rocky texture. So once we're gonna paint this, you will see what I mean. They take like washes and paint really well. So we have this hill, and this hill can get quite monotonous. So let's glue a few of these plague mushrooms here. So that's one. And notice every time I glue something like this mushroom or skulls, I just drop a little bit of baking soda there, just to instantly make a bond. Look on the dirt which I have on the table. That's why I'm using this silicone pot, because it would break my heart to see my cutting mat dirty like that. This is the best cutting mat I've ever seen. It's a black one with these white lines. It's A1 size and it cost me like 24 euros. And I definitely be, they're out of stock right now, but definitely be ordering at least 5 of them to my other studio. Because these green ones are getting on my nerves, because they're distorting the footage quality, because it's like a vivid green color and it's fucking up the how to say it, the color quality. Where is it? I love Game of Thrones, not a fan of the finale, but I've been reading the books. Yeah, finale of the series. I'm not one of those guys who hate on it necessarily. I'm quite okay. I think, for the record, that it was kind of rushed. So I was kind of hoping that the climax of the whole series will be about White Walkers and all this undead stuff, but it ended quite quickly. And The Longest Night, which was the episode where Night King fell, was awesome. I love it. Guys, this was the best depiction of the undead I've ever seen when it comes to like a cinema quality or the series quality, because this is exactly how I always imagine it. Like, you will not find skeletons and zombies during the day. They will come at night, and they will come in these like silent waves or shrieking waves of like a tidal wave of bodies, these unstoppable horrors, and they did it really well. The sheer portrayal of terror which they brought, it was awesome. However, there were kind of stupid scenes. For example, when she sent her cavalry at the front and they all died in the very first minutes of the battle. That was really dumb. Because now I'm kind of wise, because I watched a video about like a medieval warfare expert, and he was exactly saying this, that when you have a cavalry, you will never sending them like at the front. You want to make sure that you will do the pincer move with your cavalry, and then you have a huge fortress behind you. So why the hell did they move all their soldiers in front of the walls? But yeah, whatever. It was nice to watch. Where are we? The rest was awesome the whole time. I follow you on Instagram, and then I found your stream on YouTube. Hello, brother. I'm glad you're here. It's hard to put a proper end with a show that big and loved, I think. I was hoping that it's gonna elaborate more on the undead theme, so I was kind of expecting they will lose the Battle of Winterfell, so the undead would take it, and the final climax of the show will be battle with the undeads in the King's Landing. So I was hoping they will take the north, and the climax would be on the south. However, instead we got what we had. And yeah, those last like 2 or 3 episodes weren't that good, I agree, but the rest was awesome. I cannot say I hate it.
which is surprising because normally I am very critical about such stuff, because my autism is like ringing a bell every time something is not according to my brain. But it was good. It was good. Not the best, but still the best series. And I quite enjoy House of Dragon as well, and I'm looking forward for the season 2, which cannot be said for the shit that is named Rings of Power. God, that was awful. This is such a horseshit. It's not even worth of debate. Yes. Do you guys think that the Amazon will produce a good 40k show? Like, honestly, be honest with me. Too many issues with the final like 3-episode story choice wise, and the big fight scene was way too dark. Agree. Your boot looks so cool. Seeing it evolve since the beginning of the stream is awesome. I really want to try that. Yeah, please do, brother. I recommend it. I'm glad you're having all fun. Any advice for a printer? Yeah, buy GK2. Oh, definitely. Again, even though I was sponsored by them a year ago, our sponsorship deal is done, and I can say that I will definitely be buying another one for my own, because it's still the best printer I ever had. For the whole period I have it is basically more than a year. It's a year and I don't know, 4 months, almost a year and a half. I get one failed print, which was the very first one, but it was my mistake because I leveled it wrong, and then 2 partial misprints, and then I'm printing almost every day, and all the prints went flawless. Flawless. It's amazing printer. It have this automatic heating system, which is a big thing, especially if you are not from a warm climate country like I am. So we can have, I'm not saying we have tough winters, but in my studio it got cold, and that helped a lot. And also it has this carbon filter on the back, so you are not smelling that much nasty fumes, which is not an issue for me because I'm not printing when I'm like directly in the proximity, so I'm always printing overnight. So when I come back to studio the next day, I'll like let windows open and let the fresh air in. But with the carbon filter is not, it's okay. It's way better than any Cubic I had before. God, that was awful printer. I had Photon M3. That was awful. That was awful printer. So they sent me, I bought it on my own, so like no sponsorship or anything. It was just my first printer. I bought it. I was completely noob when it comes to 3D printing. So I had like zero knowledge of anything. I bought it, and it came with a broken display, which I didn't know because it was not like physically broken but malfunctioned. It took me almost 6 months of failure after failure. I was googling all the like, why is my prints failing, and I tried everything, and it was so frustrating, and I wasted a lot of money worth of resin. And finally, after all that time, we realized that the printer was broken, the display was malfunctioned, and yeah, they sent me a new one, as they should, because it was their fault, and I had to change it. So by these chubby fat fingers, I had to change display on a tiny machine. It was completely, it was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. I had to like use mirrors underneath, because they sent me a video of how to change it. Of course, the video was from a different printer. It was a different model printer, so I had to like figure it out. Wow, it was a nightmare. Very bad memories. Very unfortunate bad memories. And eventually I did it, and the printer finally started to work. But still, I had many bad prints. Mostly because the resin got cold in the tank during the night. So what I need to do before is like before the start I need to heat up the resin. So I like put it in the hot water. So the temperature was like 27 or even 30 degrees Celsius. And then pour it there, and then I had to close windows. Back then I didn't have the other studio, so I was printing at home, so I had to close the window, like put a blanket over the printer, and then pray to Omnisaya that the machine spirit will do what it's supposed to do, and the print will be correct. And in the morning it was like either good or it was a shit. And many times it was a shit. It's so disappointing, guys. Imagine. I mean, like, you sculpted your model, you load the printer, you did everything, and it's so tedious because you need to change every time. Like, it's not easy thing to do. You know that. You know you have to wear gloves. Resin is sticky. It's shit. It's dirty work. So you do all those preparations, and then come in the morning, put off the blanket, and well, it's failed. So then you are demotivated, you have to like clean it, then like do this whole process again, and then pray to Omnisaya. The machine will decide to print it properly. Yeah. Okay, what is the chat saying? The burning mess that was Rings of Power. Yeah, terrible. I watched the first 2 episodes, then noped right away. Oh, you lasted longer than me, buddy. GK2 is very good, but the price point for me is quite a drawback. I hear good things about the Saturn 4 Ultra with the new lifting mechanism. Yeah, I got my eyes on that, and maybe I will try that. Yeah, the price of the GK2 is kind of higher, but I can tell you it's worth it. So with the knowledge I have, and unless something really convinced me of a better printer, I'll be getting another one for my own money, right? I will buy it on my own because it's a good printer. It's really it's worth that money, because I know that if I buy some worse printer, I'll be spending way more money on fixing it and the time, and I don't like to be like demotivated about that. Just watch those 8 hours analysis of the season. I'm sure it was way more entertaining than the show. I use my Cheeto box heating system for the temperature regulation. So far it's been stable for me. Cheeto box heating system? What is that? I never heard of it. So Cheeto box have how? How is that possible? Please elaborate on this. I'm curious. Does the GK2 have a constant heater? Yes, that's the main selling point why I'm like getting it again, because it makes sure the resin is always 25 degrees and more, right? Thanks for the answer. I'm gonna look at that. Thank you very much, buddy. Do not pray to those fall gods you pull. Yeah, you're right. I need to pray to the chaos, to the Vashtor. Vashtor is the architect of the soul grinders. No, he's like the god of the machine, the chaotic machine spirits. Can I link it? Can you please send it to my? I don't know about links in here. Can you please send it on my Instagram, on my DMs? I think that would be safer. I would rather not risk like putting links in the chat. I don't know if it's like, I'm still new to this, buddy. So if you can, please send me to my Instagram DMs just to be safe. Thank you. Alright, so we have something like this, and then let's try to experiment with these stone fingers. So maybe we figure something out. Yeah, so one will be sticking out of here. And you may be asking, does it even make sense for the statue to be buried underneath and sticking out of the hill? Well, no. But guess what? It's Warhammer. Or any other fantasy world. There are no rules. There are no rules. So you can do whatever you want. And if anybody will tell you that there are rules and you cannot do that, tell them to you know what. You know the drill. I saw it somewhere on Instagram. Some pro diorama maker made this, and I told myself I have to sculpt my own fingers of the statue. So yeah, that's what I did. What? I ran out of skulls? No, I have a few of them. So put another one here. Cool rule anything. Yeah. Or I said I don't have an Insta, but I'll do in a pattern. Yeah, that's, thank you very much, Rod. That's also doable. Just saw a channel the other day. Do you play any tabletop or just sculpting for hobby? Thank you very much, brother, that you're here. To answer a question, I don't play anything. I am an enjoyer of the creating things, so I just build. I've made dozens of gaming sets. I've sculpted hundreds of models and painted maybe more than 1,000 models, but I've played exactly 0 games throughout my life. So I'm the maker, and the other people play with stuff I make, which I enjoy and I like greatly. Okay, so we'll glue another finger. We'll glue another finger from here. Yes. So squint a nice chunk of super. Fuck! It fell. I'm sorry for my bad mouth. And we're gonna open another tube of super glue. Oh, I need to do it one hand. That finger looks suspicious. Yes. Hey, brother, it's Nurgle. Papa loves it. And also, we have wow, it's gonna be 11 soon here. So we're gonna wrap it up soon. However, I'll finish this finger, and at the end I will show you something amazing. Cool trick to the end for those who stick with me till this very moment, and for all those who are rewatching it on the YouTube, because all my streams will be forever located in my live section, so don't worry, you will not miss anything. I'll show you a cool hobby trick at the end. Artie, since you're doing diorama bases, I gotta ask you, what do you make of owls, orcs as their bases to make them seem cool? Well, you can make them on a ruined structure. So, good that you ask, because I can offer you these bricks, which I've sculpted and will be available on my Patreon tomorrow for just €1. And you will get bricks, skulls, mushrooms, everything you need to know to have to build your structure, or temple floor basis, and you can make your orcs as conquerors of such temple or such fortress or such city, because these, when you apply bricks on a basis, or these floor tiles, it's always look awesome. But you can get wild. I've seen a lot of lava bases on orcs that looks awesome. Also for savage orcs with the crackled earth, or wild mushroom bases. I've seen that as well. Also skulls. You can add a lot of skulls, because orcs from owls are from Gur, if this realm of beasts, if I recall correctly, and this is filled with skulls of different sizes and shapes and different beasts. So yeah. Got to go, but saw you live on TikTok earlier. Will saving by later if I can make it. Thank you very much, brother. Glad you were here. We'll be wrapping it up soon. Oh, like in a few minutes. But I still want to show you something. So stick with me. Corpses, a lot of them. Yeah, that's true. It's the greatest gift Pop could give. True. For Nurgle, the weirder the better. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay, and we're gonna break the monotonous of monotony. How do you... I'm asking for the 5th time already. How do you freaking pronounce it? Monotonous. Monotonous? Monotone? How do you pronounce these damn words? For me, as a like Central European, my tongue is getting twisted just by trying to say it. But good that I have you here, guys. At least I will try in pronunciation, because I was rarely speaking, because I spent all those days alone in my workshop. Not that I'm complaining. However, I am not talking for hours. The only guys, girls, or people I talk with is my wife and my kids and my fellow gym rats from my gym. Shout out to them. And that's about it. So my okay, I'm tired. One day I will kindly ask my wife to take kids and we can do like the earlier stream, and for the longer hours some subathon or some subathon, whatever the name is, like the longer stream, and that's gonna be awesome. We can make some awesome challenge to what we're gonna be doing. Alright, so we have 1, 2, 3 fingers on the base. Let's quickly look at it. Okay, this is what we built today, and of course tomorrow I will like properly document it, so you see, because right now you cannot see properly what we built. And the trick, so I'm gonna fetch miniature chains which I'm using, such as these, and we're gonna instantly make this terrain piece cooler, because I'm gonna add a miniature chain wrapped around something, I don't know what. So I get this little chain which I got from a jewelry shop, and for example I will wrap it around this finger, so it's gonna look like a real chain wrapped around this structure, around this finger, and once it's painted it's gonna look amazing. So we have one here, then we can make, for example, around this rock. No, it doesn't make sense. No, that's about it. I'm gonna think something where I can show it better. Let me just lay it here. Alright, guys. So let me show you once again what I did. I will show you something else. Look how many super glue tubes we spent. Can you believe it? Can you believe this? Monotony here. Monotony. Okay, I like it. Monotony. Monotony. Alright. Monotono. love the unlikely overlap of fitness and miniature painting. I think the overlap involves discipline and improving. Yeah, true that, brother. Thank you for your kind words. Thank you for leaving these streams up, by the way. I'm learning a lot from watching streams and even Sculptor part of... Oh, great! Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. That's a lot of glue, yeah. What do you sculpting box? Ooh, I don't quite understand the question. Please, can you please elaborate? Also, the base look awesome. Thank you very much. How damn them out, yeah. Would spraying the court in a matte varnish make the glue not soak as much? Not really, not really. Same as this cork is soaking the glue, it would soak the varnish as well. And right now it's rock solid, so what I will do off camera tomorrow, I will give it a nice spray with isopropyl alcohol so it goes really deep down, and I will just spray it with PV8 with gloss varnish, so it will be like a rock hard. But I need to go to sleep, so something else is rock hard next morning. You know what I mean? And yeah, this is what we did, guys. Tomorrow I'll show you what we really did in the better light. So, off camera I will need to clean this mess. Or you know what? I will just stay a while and I will just start cleaning this. This is a nice piece. Right, and I will also need to clean to collect the resin pieces. So give me a few seconds. Sorry, brother, I was asking for what box fan was working. Ah, okay. Yeah, very nice fresh touch to the hobby scene. Thank you very much, brother. Greetings from Switzerland. Greetings, brother. I sculpted a demon. It's a large creature with gorilla arms, hooked legs, and these big fat horns. Oh, that sounds awesome. That sounds awesome. See, there are plenty of brush packs which you can get on Blender shops, and there is one particular. I don't have it yet, but it's called the Demon Pack, and it is, as its name indicates, it's a set of brushes. I think there's about 40 brushes for sculpting a demon. So you have some horns, demon skin, teeth. I recommend you to check it out. These brushes are not cheap, but it's like what, one time for 15 euro investment, it's not that bad. But the time and fun which will bring you, it's just priceless. I have a lot, I have a couple €100 worth of both brushes, and also I have like dozens of which I made on my own. By the way, I will be doing a tutorial later on, not this week, don't take me on my words, but someday, on how to make your own brushes in Blender. It's actually, it's a straightforward work. I would not say it's easy, but it's a straightforward. It's kind of tedious, but you just, once you do it, you have brush forever. For example, you can make your own octet symbol brush. So you'll spend like what, 25 minutes making it, and you have forever. You can make like chaos symbols on your sculpts, or Nurgle symbol, or whatever you want. I've made like a runic alphabet of these brushes. So yeah, there's lots of stuff which I want to teach you, and which I definitely will teach you. So just stay with me and let's hope my channel will grow. All right, my dear friends, thank you very much for you to being here. I think everyone is sculpting creatures, and I'm just adding damage to pillboxes and concrete beds. Whatever flawed your bold body, this is a hobby. Whatever makes you happy, we are all in this together. There is nothing what is better or worse. The most important thing is to have fun. So yeah. Alright guys, so thank you very much for being here. I really enjoyed it. This was really chill, relaxing, and I think we did a really great thing. So next stream, Wednesday, 8 p.m. 9 p.m. Central European Time, we're gonna be continue making our lava set. I'm looking forward. So have a great day, for those guys in the States and the other parts of the world, and for my fellow Europeans, good night, brothers. See you and cheers. I love you all. Bye.